Hello everyone, Parallel here, and welcome to Warframe. Update 18.13 was just released, so I thought I would jump in here and take a look at all the new goodies, and also go through the patch notes and see what all has changed. This looks like a very interesting update. It's not really, I don't know if I call it a huge content update, at least not content in the sense like new boss fights or new mission types or that kind of thing. But it does have a bunch of changes to Warframes and a couple of reworks to Warframes, in particular Mag and Volt, which I do want to take a look at those in particular. And it also has a bunch of new cosmetic stuff, a whole bunch of new TennoGen stuff, which I believe is the community created skins. So let's take a look at all this good stuff, huh? It seems pretty cool. I definitely want to check out these cosmetics. They've been teasing these for a while, and these TennoGen ones have really been very good. I'm very impressed at how well the community has been able to put together these skins. I mean, very, very professional quality, and you know, even rivaling those of DE themselves. So starting off here, there is a new Syandana. So let's take a look at that. It's called the Setka Syandana. So let's take a look here. Setka Syandana. There we go. Ooh. Ah, it's cool. It has like a little hologram. It's hard to tell with my coloring, but you can see like the little hologram in the center there. That looks pretty cool. Has a little like collar coming up the back too. I like it though. It's not too overly flashy. It's not like big, huge, you know, big and fat and wide, covering up your entire Warframe. It's nice and sleek looking. Very cool. I like it. So there's the Syandana. Let's take a look at, okay, there's quite a few helmets and there's quite a few skins. Holy cow. So it looks like Frost got some good stuff. So let's go back here, let me switch over to Frost. All right. No. Frost, come back. And let's put him on my favorite color scheme. Alright, so let's take a look at some of his helmets first here. It says the new one here is the Summit helmet. There we go. It's got it's got like two pointy horns almost, I would call them. Pretty cool. I like it. If you're looking for a more kind of sleek looking Frost. Don't see any animated parts from what I can tell. I don't see like I don't see any really glowy bits either, but I like the shape of it. What else we got here for Frost? Zastruga. Ooh, that one was pretty fancy. That's almost like feathers kind of going there. I like the back too. It's almost kind of like vents coming out. That's really sleek, and I like the whole kind of halo look there. Almost looks like the Trinity. Well, not really, but kind of the same idea there. Pretty cool. I like them. And Frost also got some skins. Let's take a look at those. Some TennoGen skins here. So the Hailstorm. Let's take a look at Hailstorm. Pretty cool. I like it. But the one thing I wish they would fix on Frost is I thought they had mentioned they were going to do this. I thought DE was going to come through and give him a rework to actually make his, his cape here have cloth physics to it. Kind of like, what they did with Trinity and a lot of frames recently where they've gone back and kind of refined the look. But this seems to retain the same basic, frame Same model, I guess. Same model underneath. Just really just looks like a texture change. Looks nice though. Whoa. It looks almost has kind of a shiny, not quite material look to it. I really like the kind of the bottom of the cape here. I like that design, that pattern. Looks nice. Okay, next up, Frost Grost, the Frost Grost. That's a pretty odd name, Frost Grost. Frost Grost skin. This one looks like the front here, I'd say almost looks like leather. It looks like a leather jacket almost. Yeah, and can I see how it has like the, you know, like the folds, like the, or wrinkles or something of the leather? That's pretty cool. The back looks more almost like technical or technology laced to it. This part here almost has a metallic shine as well. So kind of like the front looks like a leather jacket, and then kind of a technology laden cloak in the back here. So that's pretty cool. All right, so next one is the Frost Vonyk skin. Let's take a look at this one here. Oh, this one almost looks like... That's a really strange look. I mean, check this out. It's almost like it's damaged, you know? It looks like worn. That's... I kind of think it's cool in the fact if that's what look you're going for, like if you're looking for almost like an older worn Warframe, just because it looks really frayed all around the edges like that, or like blast damage kind of, you know what I mean? That's cool looking, but I'd say it's a little more niche. Just to get, you'd have to be kind of going for that particular style if you want it. Okay, that's cool. Some nice skins there for Frost. Next up, looks like there's a bunch for Nova. Let's take a look at the new Nova skins. Nova. Nice, we'll do Nova Prime here. Yeah, let me load my favorite color scheme. And go to appearance here. Alright, so it looks like we got 2 helmets. Let's check those out first. First one is the Tachyon helmet. Tachyon. Did I go to skins? Maybe the helmet comes with the skin? Is that how it works? Now let's see what we got for Tachyon. Tachyon, here we go. Oh, that's pretty cool. That looks pretty cool. I like how they changed the... Almost looks like a little jet engine or something propelling out the back there. And then it's got like 2 fins. It actually looks very similar, I'd say, to the original helmet, right? It's got kind of the same... well, not to the Prime helmet, but to the original Nova helmet, right? It's got kind of the same frontal shape, but in the back it's got... And along the sides here as well. But in the back, it's got that really streamlined looking kind of jet engine going on there. Nice. And the other one here is the Lamia helmet. Lamia helmet? Alright, so this one's got some horns. It even has like earrings. So you got some earrings here. That's cool. I like that looks like a slightly larger exhaust port on the helmet there. I like that though. I like how I like the frontal profile a lot. How it's not quite as narrow as your typical Nova helmet. There's a little bit of width to it. Cool. Both very nice helmets for Nova. And how many Nova skins we got here? 1, 2, 3. Holy cow! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Nova skins. Shoo! Let's take a look at these. Okay, first up is the device skin. All right, let's take a look at this one. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. It's actually very, not super flashy, but also it looks very sleek. I like the kind of the shiny metal look to it. on the design there, and how it melds into. I like the.
Tenno, there's a time-limited mission alert available. Check navigation.
Thank you, Lotus. I like the. Oh, I like this too. Check this out on the back of the leg there. It's got like a energy bar going down there at the back of on the calf there. That's pretty cool looking. I like this. I like the minimalist look to it. And just the metallic, shiny accents. I like that a lot. Very cool looking. Nova device skin. So next up is the Genova skin. The Nova Genova. Nova Genova. Interesting. This one looks more like a... I mean, this one, again, this one I would not call minimalist. This one kind of, you can very obviously see the pattern they're going for here. Kind of almost has like a camouflage, do I want to say? Like a camouflage look to it. I like the inner part here a lot. They changed, like, almost looks like, you know, muscle fibers or something there. I like that throughout the inner. Not sure if I'm super big fan of, like, the camouflage look. But that actually could go with nice with some of the weapon skins. So if you were trying to match this up with some of your weapon skins, this one would probably match up good. All right, next up, Stinger. The Stinger skin. Oh, I like that design down the side. That's really cool. The design down the back here is nice too. Yeah, this is really another really sharp skin. This one doesn't change the legs too much though. At least not in the front. The side is different. But also another very sleek looking design. I wonder if I could... Let me just try something real quick here. If I give... Maybe if I... Yeah, let me see if I have her hold her pistol and maybe I can see the appearance a little better of the skins. Yeah. I like this. Okay. Let me go back here. So what was I checking out? Stinger, was it? Yeah, because I noticed that design there. I couldn't really see it when she was holding the gun. Actually, I'm going to go quickly back and just... Oh, when I change, it pulls the gun out again. Okay, well, I guess I won't be able to do that for everything. But I do want to check out that design again with the... pose where she's holding the holding just the pistol, because that one had seemed to have a nice design on the front there that was kind of covered up with the weapon. Yeah, that's really cool looking. I really like the side design there too, with kind of the 3-bar pattern going down. Yeah, another very good skin. So far, I'm really liking it. I think the Device skin I also really liked a lot too, but Device and Stinger are both really catching my eye. So next one is Lamia skin. Nova is getting a lot of love. A lot of skins, and that's pretty cool too. This is a slightly busier design, but still pretty good looking. This one has kind of more, I'm not sure what you'd call these, like kind of a more circular, like a disc-like theme. So you got some here on the waist, then you got some there. You got one in the center of like the small of the back. You've got... I really like the arm configuration as well. It almost looks like a bicep and a tricep muscle kind of emphasized there. That's pretty cool. So another very good skin there. And next is the Visage skin. Let's take a look at this one. Whoa, look at that helmet. That really changed up. So this almost looks, this kind of looks like, what do I want to say? Like it has like all these, it looks like it's armor that's like strapped on. Like see, like, it looks like a cover and then has like straps coming. I don't know why it keeps wigging out like that when I'm trying to rotate it. It almost looks like putting on like sporting gear or something, you know what I mean? like putting on pads and then like having the, you know, strapping them on. But it has this kind of a cool design accent. I almost want to say like an Asian kind of theme to it, right? You see how it has like these little designs, almost like a porcelain painting or something. That's pretty cool. Nice little intricate work there. The helmet, I don't know if I'm feeling this helmet. I kind of like the exhaust port out the back. That's pretty cool looking. But this, I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure if it's the face or it's this kind of this weird, it looks like a cap, like a little sailor cap. It's a little bit odd in my opinion. But if you didn't like the Nova helmet, you know, maybe you like something different. This could be for you. I mean, these skins, you know, this is all just visual appearance. It's completely subjective what you go for, right? So there it is. That's the Visage skin. So I think we've only got a couple more here. It looks like we've got one helmet for Mesa. So let's check that out. Mesa. And Mesa, let's take a look at your helmet. And Mesa's helmet is the Deadeye helmet. Cool. It's got like the one glowy eye and it almost looks like a patch or a bandana or something go over the other one. And I really like the back. It's like that's really cool. It's almost like it kind of opened up. And there's like a kind of a cylinder, energy cylinder or something in the middle there. That's really cool. That is a nice helmet. And I like the cloth kind of goes with the theme of Mesa. Kind of like the old Western look. That's cool with the glowy eye. That could be, you could do some really cool stuff with that, I think. I really like the back of it too. How it just kind of opens up and almost kind of hollow inside. Very cool. Alright, so there's the Mesa helmet. I don't see any Mesa skins. It looks like the only other skin here is the Mag Alata skin. So let's take a look at that. Alright, Mag. Going Mag Prime here. And alright. Let's see what we got here. The Alata skin. Pretty interesting. Oh, okay, so that's like it's almost got like two crossbars in the back. Pretty cool. Oh wait, is that animated? The energy? Yeah, look at that. It has like energy pulsing down in the grooves of the helmet. Pretty cool, pretty cool. What else we got going on here? I like this gradient pattern here on the legs. Man. Yeah, this is a cool looking skin too. I'm actually kind of curious. I want to see what this looks like on my other... Take a different... Oh, whoops, that's the old one. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Man, that looks so good. Man, that's a really nice looking mag skin too. It almost looks kind of like padded. Like some padding and some armor, but I like how even between the seams of the armor, they kind of have shading in there. It gives it some depth. Even, you know, here on the legs too, you can kind of see the shading in between kind of the division lines. It's really nice looking. Very sleek job. Sweet. So there are the skins. Pretty cool, huh? Nice little batch of skins there. Man, that's my wallet is very tempted to spend some money on these. A couple of those Nova skins are pretty sleek. And that mag skin, you know, I don't play mag too much, but some of those are not. That new mag skin's really nice looking too. All right, I'm gonna go back to Volt here because I think I'd like to take a look at his power revamp first. So what I'm going to do here, I think I'm going to head over to the simulacrum. I guess I'll just go to Mercury. So I will be, yeah, let's head to the simulacrum and take a look at the big revamps, in particular for Volt and for Mag. But there also were a lot of other little smaller Warframe changes, kind of balance changes as well. And I thought I would at least read through them really quickly. I don't know if I can show all of them, but at least read through them. Maybe show a couple of them here or there if they seem particularly interesting or unique. I'm kind of curious about them. The Hydroid one actually seemed kind of cool. But it looks like kind of what the theme here is that they've been giving each Warframe a passive ability. So every Warframe now will have a passive ability to go along with, their 4 active abilities. The passive will just kind of be there, and it looks like they're trying to do that to give each Warframe kind of a unique feel, give them more of a theme that makes the Warframe feel, or maybe, makes them play a little bit differently. And I think that's all a very good idea. I've always thought in particular Riot with League of Legends always does a very good job with, particularly in the newer champions, they've been doing a really good job with passive abilities and having them kind of impact gameplay and make them interact with the other powers and just generally make the game, add more variety to the game and give each character a more unique theme. What am I looking at? What the heck was that? I have no idea what that writing... Did you see that writing come up? That was very, very strange. Okay, so... let's check some stuff out here. Let's check out some of these changes. Now, before we jump into the Warframe changes, there are a couple other pretty important patch notes. And... I'd like to very quickly run through a few of these bullet points here. One that I heard them, and they also talked about this in the live stream, and this is they added an indicator to the HUD beside your shield stats to display how many allies are in range of your Tenno for your shared affinity. That is awesome. I can't tell you how long I've been wanting that. I think the whole community has been wanting that forever because it's so hard to tell. Like people would always be, hey, get closer so we can share affinity, and it was never really a definitive way to know if you were in range or not. So this one in particular, that this will basically be a little icon that will show you when you're in affinity range, and I believe the way they described it, I think Rebecca described it where it'd be an icon and it would show basically the number of stacks that you have. So if it says 4, that all 4 people are within range. Fortunately, being here in the simulacrum, I can't really test that out because I'm not in a group, but that just sounds like an excellent change. So if you have that little buff icon, if it says like 3 or 2, then that's how many people you are in, within range and sharing affinity. Just such an awesome change. Seems like a small thing, but it will be very useful. What else we got here? EMP aura. The EMP aura has been balanced and added to the alert cycle. EMP aura. Is that a new aura? I'm not sure about that. A buff indicator has been added for traumatic redirection. Naramon. Okay. And now you can view the profile of a player who is offline by typing profile username in chat. Okay. A couple nice little just quality of life features, but that big one is the new icon, the new HUD indicator that you are in affinity range with your team. Very cool. All right, so let's check out these Warframe changes. All right, so I'm on Volt, so I'll start with Volt. Now, I haven't played Volt in such a long time, honestly, but let's take a look at his abilities here. Now, Shock, they did not change. Same thing, which is already a pretty cool ability. His Shock is a nice little kind of electricity stun, and it's kind of like a chain lightning and hits multiple targets. So it was actually already a pretty solid ability, so they didn't really need to change that. Speed. Now, Speed actually has some pretty big changes. Now, it has had its FOV reduced on cast, so hopefully you won't get that whole fisheye lens going on, when you deactivate his speed and the camera would wig out. hopefully that has been reduced. Honestly, I would wish they just get totally rid of it, but at least it says it's been reduced. So we'll check that out. We'll check that out right here in a second. But it also has a different way in how it affects other players. Apparently, when you cast it, it will now leave a pickup on the ground, and if the other people on your team want it, they will have to grab the pickup, then they will get the speed boost. Kind of curious to see how that works. I'm not sure how convinced I am of that one. I know this one's a tough one because I know I've heard the arguments that, sometimes you don't want the speed, but there are other times where, like, say if Volt is behind you and maybe you want the speed boost, it'd be kind of a pain in the butt to like run back and try to pick up the little object that drops. But we'll see. We'll see how that works. I'd like to see how it plays out. Obviously, there are pros and cons. If you're a person that always hated getting that speed buff, then this is probably a good thing for you. Okay, so Electric Shield got some changes. Got a graphic overhaul. Shield now offers a strong synergies with shock when shock is cast through it. It charges the shield with electric damage. Will hurt enemies that come in contact. Okay, interesting. As a late addition driven by player demand, shield can now be picked up with a context action that limits weapon usage and drains energy. Ooh, gotta check that out. So he can pick up the shield. What does he, like, walk around like Reinhardt or something with a big huge shield in front of him? I gotta check that out for sure. And Overload, now called Discharge. Okay, so yep, his new ultimate ability is now Discharge instead of Overload. Spreads out from Volt in a wave. Enemies who come in contact are turned into stationary Tesla coils that arc and zap nearby enemies in range. Damage is dealt to the enemy turned Tesla coil and its targets. Loot crates can also be turned into coils. Cool. But they only have one charge. That implies that the enemies have more than one charge. Not sure how that works. Casting shock on a Tesla coil will cause an AoE burst. Cool. So, like, if you use this on someone that hits them, then you can zap them with your shock to get a burst. And it says the capacitance discharge augment has been balanced to reflect discharge's new changes. Oh, capacitance, that right. What is that? Is augment, I believe it recharges shields or something like that? The balanced shield bonus now gives... Okay, so looks like they changed how much shield it gives, probably to balance it with a new ability. All right, so let's check out Speed, Electric Shield, and Discharge. And let's just put up... Yeah, just like some heavy gunners, I guess. Maybe a couple... Corrupted? Where are you, Heavy Gunner? Frontier Heavy Gunner. Where's just the reg? Oh, Corrupted Heavy Gunner. Okay, let's do a Corrupted Heavy Gunner. Let's do like 2 of them. Let's make them like... I don't know. I don't want to make them like too big. Let's just go with 50 here. I don't want to get one shot. All right, simulate. Okay, so there they are. They're wandering around. Let's actually, before I jump down, let me make sure I got full energy. All right. So what do I want to check out first here? Let's check out the... Let's check out Electric Shield first. Where'd you guys go? Are you wandering around here? Did they die? I didn't even do anything. I'm failing horribly. Let's try that again. I didn't even see what happened to him. Corrupted Heavy Gunner, 2 selected. Simulate. They're there. Okay. Okay, let's do it. Shield. Okay, here we go. Pick up shield. Oh, there goes my Kubro. See the F? I can press F to... Check this out. Oh, that's sweet. Okay, let's zap him. So what it's supposed to like give a shield if they... I see it gave electricity to my shield. I'm not sure if it like... Oh my god, how cool is this? But it looks like you have to use pistol. Yep. It won't let me switch weapons. So when you pull your shield out like this, you gotta use the pistol. That is pretty freaking cool. And I can't cast a new one either. And you can also see it is draining my energy. Holy crap, how cool is this? Some survivability for Volt. It's also not big. Can I like F it? Okay, if you press F again, it does get rid of it. The energy drain doesn't seem too bad. It says it does electrical damage though, but I don't know if I'm really seeing any damage. Maybe a little bit. Man, but how cool is this? That is so sweet. Yeah, suck it. So awesome. Wow, that is such a cool idea. How did they ever do that? That is so freaking awesome. What a cool idea. Kudos, DE. That is sweet change for electrical shield. Alright. So let's, since there are no enemies around, that's okay. Let's check out the speed. Let's see if speed changes the FOV here. Ready? Go. It's definitely a lot less. It's a little bit of fisheye going on, but not too bad. Still gives the melee speed buff. Okay. That's cool. But I guess the one thing I can't really test here, again, you have to be on a team, is the... I mean, you must not leave anything on the ground unless you actually have a teammate. I'd like to see how that actually works. But, well, unfortunately can't see it here. But I do like the new reduction in the whole fisheye lens thing going on there. The FOV change is not too bad at all, honestly. Let's do it one more time, just so you can see. There's some camera shake, which is annoying, but the FOV change is not too bad. Not too bad at all. Alright, so let's fill up on energy. Let's simulate up a couple more heavy gunners again. And let's try some discharge. So this is supposed to spread out in a wave and turn them into a Tesla coil, right? Alright, so let's come up here. Now let's see if it... Whoa, hey, that was pretty sneaky, guys. Okay, let's see how this does. Okay. They're held. That lasts for a pretty long time. That could make a pretty good CC ability now. Can I cast it? Oh crap, give me my shield back. Can I cast it? Okay, you can cast it with your shield up. Okay, they're shocking. Are they shocking each other? 35 damage, are you serious? Okay, so this is not really a damage power anymore. This is more like a CC power. But a pretty dang good one though. I mean, 15 seconds? I don't know if... So wait a second, now when this is out, and I pick up the shield, it lets me keep my melee. It let me switch... Okay, so it does let you switch to melee. And you can quick melee. Okay, okay. I was trying that before and it didn't seem to work, but you can. You can, you can use melee weapon with the shield up. Okay, sorry, I was wrong about that before. But that is so cool, man. He's got some defenses now. He's got a very solid CC ability. Okay, I want to try... What was I going to do here? I want to try... I want to simulate up something else here. How about... I want to add some more enemies. Just like some butchers. Let's add some butchers in here. Like 4, I guess. So I want to see how many... how good this overload does with like lots of targets here. So let's do it. Oh, these guys are getting wrecked. That is so freaking good. Did I confuse one of them? It's more kind of a dot ability now. The damage seemed okay on the butchers, but it wasn't doing squat to the gunners. But they're pretty heavily armored, so... But man, it's so cool, this shield! Oh my god, this makes... I mean, this is just such a cool idea. That is so cool. I'm just geeking out about that, being able to carry your shield around. That's just so cool. What a great idea. So there you go, guys. That is the 3 changes to Volt's abilities. I like the new Discharge a lot. It's very much kind of more of a CC slash damage over time ability compared to just being like an AoE nuke. But I like that. That adds a lot of utility to Volt. Not to mention, when you do that, it has, it has the, if you maybe use capacitance with that, could make it a pretty good shield healing ability. Plus now you got your electrical shield that you can carry around. I'm geeking out about this. This just is so cool. It's awesome. It's so unique. No other frame can do this. Have like a frontal shield like this. That is so good. Whew, man. Volt rework. Awesome. Thumbs up big time. Oh, you know what? I didn't try one more thing. That's right. They have that new... now when something is overloaded, let's simulate these guys up again. So supposedly, when you overload... Or, sorry, discharge now. So let's go and discharge these guys. If I don't die. Now let's do a shock. It was hard to tell. It did do pretty good damage, but it was already doing a lot of damage just from the... It's doing really good damage from... Oh crap, I'm out of energy. Well, there I go. But, yeah, so you do a nice little burst of damage there. What if I, let me try something else here. Let's just do, like, a lot of butchers. Should I do corrupted butchers? Let's do, like, say, 12 of them. And let's see check the AoE burst ability here. So, here, have some discharge, hits them all, and then they're dying too quick. Let me raise up their level just a little bit here. Let's make them like 80 maybe? So let's do it. Does do a burst. I mean, these are 80 now, so... And, the first power is... shock is pretty freaking spammable, too. But it does do a little bit of an AoE burst. Not too huge, but... You know, like when they're held from your discharge, you know, why not spam out a few shocks, you know, get a little bit of extra damage. Very, very good. Excellent, excellent rework for Volt. I'm very impressed. All right, so the other big one was Mag. So let's take a look at Mag. Mag Prime. Let's pull out my Mag Prime. I don't play Mag a whole lot, so I'm sorry if I'm not super familiar with the abilities. Let's put on my color scheme here. All right, so what did they change here on Mag? Let's take a look. Let's pull up abilities. So first thing, pull did not change very much. It says it remains the same, but now if an enemy is magnetized, bonus damage is dealt, and kills have a bonus chance of dropping energy, while causing enemies to experience almost physics-defying deaths. What? So apparently it's kind of, you're supposed to use pull with magnetize now. And speaking of magnetize, that is her new number 2. So it doesn't have bullet attractor anymore. Now it's magnetize. So it says it will root the target in place. Damage over time is dealt to all enemies within a radius. What is the radius? Explosion damage, explosion radius. 25. It's pretty big radius, although I do have my range. This is kind of a pretty high range build, but 25 is plenty big. A percentage of damage of absorbed bullets and projectiles / shrapnel will be used to increase the damage over time. Up to 4 targets can be magnetized. Have to try this out. I don't like the fact that it's single target, but maybe the fact that it has like a explosion radius makes it good. So we'll try that out. Kind of the idea there, I think, is to use magnetize and then pull as kind of a synergy. All right, next up is polarize, which is totally changed. Now this is the big change. I want to check this out. So it says polarize now spreads like Nova's molecular prime. Okay, so it's like a sphere that expands. Targets with shields will take a fixed shield damage, not a percent. Alright, so they took away the scaling. Pretty big nerf there, honestly, for high-level Corpus runs with Mag. But, on the plus side, Polarize will now... it says, while targets with armor take health damage and a permanent armor debuff. So that is the trade-off. So a lot less shield damage and not scaling damage with enemy levels, but it does give a permanent armor debuff. And targets will emit a piece or two of shrapnel that can be used to create synergies with Mag's other abilities. So the other abilities did mention shrapnel, like pull or like magnetize. So it sounds like you almost want to polarize first, then magnetize, and then pull, maybe? So it says Crush, pretty much unchanged, but it will now deal bonus damage to magnetized enemies. So yeah, it looks like you want to magnetize things first, or polarize them and magnetize them. Should be interesting. Let's give this a try. Let's get rid of these guys. Let's get a couple of heavy gunners again, because I want to see how much armor this strips off. Corrupted Heavy Gunner. Let's do 2 of them. I don't want 80 because I don't want to get one shot. Alright, let's simulate this up. Alright, so what do I want to test out first here? Let's test out Magnetize. Okay, so it does not hold. In fact, let me make sure I get some energy here. It's not, it doesn't... Oh, when did I go up here and I killed him? Darn it. Let me read this again. Magnetize, it just roots them in place, but they can still shoot you. Okay, so if we magnetize them... Now what if I pull them? So how about now... Let's hide. So I wanted to do... It still looks like they have armor. Okay. That took away their armor. Is it line of sight? Is that why it was? That took away the armor. Okay, okay, okay. Let's try this again here. So Polarize is doing some armor debuffing work. Let me just double check here. Does it say how much armor debuff? Damage multiplier, duration. No. But what's my power strength? I don't know if I have a huge amount of... Oh, I'm at 219. Okay, so pretty solid power strength. What am I running here? I got Blind Rage in here. I got Transient Fortitude. And Intensify. Okay, so this is a pretty strong power strength build. Let's simulate them up again here. And try Shield Polarize again. Not super impressed with Magnetize so far, but let's... Whoa. So one did not do it. Okay, I'm gonna die. One charge of, or one use of Polarize did not drain their armor. Two did not. Three did. So it took me three. Took me three. So let's do that and let's crush them. I only did 1,000. So crush is still not super great. But wait a minute, doesn't crush? Oh wait. Maybe that's an augment mod. Isn't there an augment mod or something that makes Crush also remove armor? That might synergize well, like if you polarize them and then crush them, maybe that'll drain all their armor. But it looks like it took me, with 200-some% power strength, still took me 3 uses, excuse me, to drain a level 50 gunner's armor fully. That's not too bad, really, because... Let's just test it one more time here. Yep, 3 times, no armor. Okay, so that... I mean, it is a pretty spammable ability, right? So you could spam that out 3 times and fully, permanently remove the armor of a level, high-level gunner. So not bad. So still a pretty solid ability. Although it's kind of funny now, it almost makes Mag more like really good against like Corrupted and Grenier as opposed to Corpus, which was always, Mag's strength was always the Corpus, but still very good. It's always nice to be able to strip armor of those ridiculously high level enemies. Yep. But Magnetize, I'm not feeling it right now. Maybe I should try it on, like, let's add some Butchers into the mix here. I'm just not feeling the Magnetize. It doesn't seem to do a whole lot of damage on its own. I can only think that the main reason to use it is for... to synergize with your other abilities, right? To set up for Crush or... Oh crap, I forgot to get energy. Let's fix that. Kind of has a long animation too. What the heck? Okay, he just like kind of stood there. Whoops. Didn't mean to pull her off the edge. So yeah, I don't know. Am I just not doing magnetized right here? I'm not feeling it. It's a really long animation, kinda, and it's not really seeing it do much. I guess the root is kinda cool and all, but pretty short duration too. I'm really liking the 3 casts to just completely strip armor. That's pretty sweet. It looks like when they do have the bubble around them, they can't shoot you. Like, I think it's absorbing in their bullets. But the duration, wow. I know I'm a pretty crappy duration build, though. It looks like if you want to do that, you're going to need some duration. As you know, this is more of a range and power strength build, not duration. So definitely, if you want to, I think if you want to get a better impression of magnetized, you just need to change up the build a bit. I don't think I'm doing it justice here with my short duration build. But you can do up to 4 targets. Let me just give it one more try here. What if I swap out... swap out Transient Fortitude for, like, Prime Continuity? I don't know if I got enough. Yeah. And that'll bring my... How was that a ridiculously terrible, like, 20% power duration? Let's just give this magnetized one more shot here. Okay, so they can't shoot me. Okay. Okay, definitely with the duration, it's doing a little bit more work here. It's actually definitely becoming more of a crowd control mitigation ability. Much more so than my 2-second duration, but you definitely got to build for it. You know, the whole reason I went up there was to get energy, and I forgot to do it. Let's try this again. So there you go, I got 4 people in the magnetize. Now let's do... Crush them? Yeah, still barely hurt the gunners. So, okay, so if you're going for a duration build, magnetize is not too bad, see? Especially if you strip their armor, and then the heavy gunners will just, like, freaking kill themselves when they're inside the bubble. Okay, so I'm glad I tried out the higher duration, because that makes me like magnetize a lot more. But definitely the new Polarize, very, very good. Can quickly strip out that armor. So let's see if I could like magnetize them first, so they're not wasting on me. And even with my, it's a pretty, you know, lackluster duration build here. I think it was like 90% duration. It's still a pretty good, pretty solid. What was it, like 15 seconds or so? Oh crap, I'm out of energy. Actually, you can almost see like how the bolts are kind of hitting the edge and then reflecting back. But like if we do this, and drain their whoa, what the heck? Butcher, you can't reach me, you're rooted. Haha. That's pretty funny. Okay, okay, it's growing on me. It's growing on me. I'm liking this magnetize now. Let's have a little bit of fun here. Let's this do 4. This might be a bad idea. But let's see if I can magnetize enough of them. And then drain their shields. Or, sorry, drain their armor. Looks like the radial didn't go very far. Sweet. So, not too bad. Not too bad. It's pretty cool synergies there between Polarize. I think that, is that the shrapnel that kind of was happening there at the end? I'm not quite sure what that was. No, I think the shrapnel only comes from Crush. I'm not quite sure what that was. That effect going off at the end. But hey, this will take a little bit more experimenting, but I think you'll have to balance Mag out a little bit more to have some duration, and if you want to make use of that magnetize ability, which is actually not too bad. It kind of like it puts a bubble around them and makes them shoot themselves. It's just you got to have that duration. So if you switch up your mag build, you should be able to use magnetize. So there you go. There are the mag and volt reworks. Pretty good on both of them. The mag one, I think it needed a little bit more experimentation to get the mag one to work right. I think it's a little bit more nuanced, a little bit more intricate, I guess. It requires a little bit more playing around to get that to perform, because there's kind of more synergy going between the powers. Whereas the Volt, I think, was a little bit more straightforward, especially with that shield. Wow. But yeah, Volt and Mag reworks. There you go, everyone. Now, just real quickly before I close out the video, there were a lot of passives added to the other frames, and a couple other changes as well. So let me go ahead and quickly run through those here. Now, Mesa. So Mesa's personal Peacemaker weapon now scales with secondary weapon mods, but had its base power decreased to compensate. But that's good. I like it when they make a power scale with the weapon mods. That helps. So a nice little update there for Peacemaker. And Mesa's shooting gallery will now grant a permanent buff, but allies will still have it rotate. Oh, so that's cool. So you have a buff while it's going around to the other characters, but permanent. Does that mean it lasts like the whole mission? That's pretty cool. A couple nice little Mesa buffs there. Mirage changes. Sleight of hand. We have increased the damage detonation range of all objects. Okay. Never really used that power a whole lot, honestly, but if the range is increased a little bit more, might be useful. Prism's blind effect is now affected by enemy line of sight. Interesting. That's a pretty significant nerf. Not gonna lie. I'm not a huge fan of the line of sight things. It's just because line of sight is so finicky in Warframe that it just doesn't hit a lot of what it looks like it should be hitting. So not too hot on that change there. A little bit of a nerf there for Mirage. Okay. Well, Valkyr's Hysteria got changed. Now this one is going to require some testing, and you can't really test it here. I think this is something you have to test out in like a mission with lots of enemies around. But basically what it says is the longer you're in Hysteria, it will have a scaling up energy cost. So I'm actually kind of curious, because I do really like my Valkyr. Let's at least just quickly test out how how much the Hysteria drain is here. And I didn't get energy like I should have. Right, so in Hysteria. So I can see the percentage going up there. Energy drain still seems okay. But it's so, there we go, it's speeding up now, I could tell. It's speeding up, but it's not horrendous. Oh, it's getting faster even. Oh, there. Oh.
How big is this place?
Yeah, look at that. That's going pretty quick. That's like more than like an energy per second. That's going really fast. Not too horrible, I guess, but yeah. As long as you have some kind of energy intake, you should be okay. But that's yeah, I mean, you're going to be feeling that. That's definitely a pretty big change for if you're going for like a long duration invincibility there. And now it also says now when Hysteria runs out, or sorry, the longer you stay in Hysteria, the less effective the mitigation of incoming damage is on the end Hysteria phase. So ending your Hysteria session should be done with care, ensuring no enemies are in range of the Valkyr Hysteria aura. 20 meters max. So could be pretty, or you will take damage, yeah. So it could be pretty deadly. Now you gotta be careful when you turn off Hysteria. And I think that's part of, I think that's why they put the ramping energy in there as well. So it's like now you have to turn it off, and you have to be more careful when you turn it off. So that could be bad, but just something to be aware of there. Okay, let's keep going here. Excalibur changes. Okay, Exalted Blade change. Yep, and unfortunately, looking like it's pretty much a nerf. Damage will now diminish according to distance traveled and enemies punctured. So it looks like more enemies it goes through will have a reduced damage, and then range will also reduce the damage. And the built-in radial blind will now cost half the energy of a regular radial blind. Yeah, it's kind of bummer. Exalted Blade was so good, but I guess it wasn't meant to last. That's a pretty hefty nerf there. Trinity changes. Blessing. Blessing now heals allies within the shared Tenno aura range. Wow, Trinity nerf too. That's pretty significant because it used to be Trinity's Blessing would hit like everybody on the map. I don't think it even had a range, but now it will only hit people with the affinity an affinity range, which is still pretty big. I think it's like 50 meters, but in some missions where you maybe need to split up, it could be at least a situational nerf if nothing else. I don't think in most missions it won't make too big of a difference for Trinity. It says Blessing still instantly heals all allies in range, and Blessing's damage resistance is now calculated by the following formula. Damage resistance percent equals 100 minus square of average Tenno health percent. I have no idea if that's a nerf or a buff. I don't even know what the old formula was. But it seems to take into account average Tenno health. Does that mean an average of your party? And it's 100 minus the square of that value? I don't know. I'll just have to play test that one to figure if that is a buff or a nerf. I just a wild ass guess. It sounds like it might be a slight buff to be able to get a higher damage resistance. Maybe a slight buff if more of your team is hurt, as opposed to like being like at 1 hit point. Maybe I don't know. I just have to test that one out. All right, so there are all the changes. Now there are a list of passives here, and I do want to quickly go through those. and finish out the video there. There are a lot of, besides the passives, there are also a lot of little smaller changes and things. Too many to list, honestly. If you wanted to see all the little individual fixes and changes, you'll want to go through the patch notes. One thing that did catch my eye just real quick is that Warframe mod descriptions are receiving a visual overhaul, and our team is happy to say that they've been given consistency to all mods. So it looks like, I haven't looked at them honestly in detail, but a little bit of a visual cleanup on the mods to make them more consistent, I guess. I guess I don't see too big of a difference. But hey, if they're going through, standardizing, cleaning things up, that's a good thing. But okay, so let's finish up here. Warframe passives. All right, Ash. Okay, so Ash gets a passive. Bleed procs dealt by Ash from any source are 25% deadlier and 50% longer. Okay, cool. That kind of goes with the theme of Ash. I think one of his abilities, is it his Shuriken has a bleed proc, I want to say. Zoe would help out with that. All right. Banshee is next. Banshee, all weapons are treated as silent. Okay. I guess that's okay. But you have... But Banshee has silence. Why do you need to make your weapon silent if you can already cast silence? And silence is really good. I mean, that's kind of like her crowd control ability. I guess it's okay. If you don't have your silence up, it's just always silent, I guess. So it's something. Okay, well, we'll keep going. That's a little bit underwhelming, but I mean, it fits the theme of Banshee, but silent. I mean, you already got silence, and it's not that hard to keep it up. I don't know. Okay, next one, Ember. Receiving a heat status effect will regenerate energy for the duration of the status effect. 10 energy per second. That's good. And increase power strength by 35%. Cool. So when, I guess that's when an enemy puts you on fire, you get like a massive power strength buff and a status effect, or sorry, an energy regen. I like it. That's pretty cool. I wonder if that works in, like, you know, when you have the map that's affected by fire, like the fire maps, as opposed to like the ice maps. You know, there's like fire all over the ground. I wonder if standing in that can give you the buff. That'd be kind of cool, actually. So I believe that puts a burn proc on you. Okay, here's one that I actually want to test out. All right, so Hydroid. It says every melee attack, every ground slam melee attack has a 50% chance to lure a tentacle that will last for 15 seconds. Gotta check this out. Yeah. Check that. Can you make 2 of them? Oh, you can. Oh, man. Oh, here we go. You have tentacles everywhere. Okay, this is a cool passive. This is just awesome. This is what a passive should be. It's like something that fits the theme of your Warframe, and this definitely fits Hydroid's theme. This is so cool. Oh, come on. What the heck? I just did it like 5 times in a row and I didn't get one. Okay. But there you go. That's the new Hydroid passive. I'm not a huge Hydroid fan, but that is a sweet, sweet passive. I mean, that just, even if it's not that powerful, I mean, it just totally fits the theme. And you know, when you're just going through a mission, you do ground slams, makes a little tentacle come up, gives you some crowd control. That's a good passive. Okay, so yeah, cool. Limbo, probably my least played Warframe. Limbo, holster speed and reload speed is 50% faster while in Rift, okay. And movement speed increased by 10% while in Rift, okay. That's cool. I mean, that's kind of his best power, right? So that's cool. Nice little buff for, and I think that fits with Limbo's. Rift, going into the Rift is his kind of deal. So the passive kind of complements that. Loki. 10x wall cling duration. Are you serious? That's it? Wall cling duration? Wall cling duration. Yeah, well, it does let him cling for a long time. Okay, so there you go. 10x wall cling duration. Pretty situational, I guess. But I don't know if that even really fits with the Loki theme, really. Is he kind of the wall clinging? His should be something with, like, invisibility. I guess wall clinging is kind of being sneaky, sort of. They should have made something cool with him, like maybe like when you're ducking, you get, or like when you crouch, you get like a temporary invisibility or stealth or something, maybe. That'd be more thematic. I don't know. Pretty lackluster there, but it's something, I guess. But Loki's already so good. Maybe they didn't want to really give him a very good passive. But okay, let's keep going here. Mag, vacuum effect on every bullet jump. Now, I heard they actually disabled this in a hot fix, so I can't really demo it, unfortunately. Yeah, I can't really demo that, unfortunately. I wish I could, but it's disabled right now. They might be, hopefully they'll fix that, because it sounds kind of cool. It's definitely kind of a thematic thing, and you could like maybe bullet jump next to many enemies and pull them in. That'd be cool. Necros, enemy death within 10 meters of Necros will regenerate 5 health. I wonder if that's if you have to kill them, or if any enemy dies from any source, you get 5 health. That would be really powerful if it was like, because you could like with all the AEs going off and everything, lots of enemies getting wiped out. That'd be a pretty consistent, little chunk of health here and there. That's pretty good. Nice and thematic too. That fits along with the Necros. Nova. When Nova is knocked down, she will knock down enemies in a 6-meter radius and deal damage. What? That's kind of weird. I guess it might be interesting. I gotta check this out. Let me just do one corrupted heavy gunner. Or no, maybe let's do 2. I don't want to make them 50 because I want to actually survive for a little bit here. Let's let one of them knock me down and see what happens here. If it like knocks down the other one. No. Okay, knock me down. No, don't just kill me. Let me try something else here. What if I try a... Maybe it's supposed to be like a... Let's try like a scorpion. Is that what they mean? Scorpion. Let's do like a bunch of butchers and then like a scorpion. Or like a bursa. But the corrupted heavy gunner, I mean, that should work, right? Okay, let's simulate this up. So if I go stand next to the corrupted heavy gunner, get knocked down. Oh, I didn't make them all corrupted, so now they're killing each other. Knock me down, knock me down. Okay, that was a fail simulate. Let's try one more time, sorry. Sorry about that. Corrupted heavy gunner, or this is corrupted butchers. Okay, they weren't close enough, I don't think. Okay, come near me, guys. Come near me. Come over here. Okay, knock me down. Knock me down. Knock me down. They didn't knock me down. I don't think this is working. I mean, I'll give it one more try here. Let me just lower the level here. I want to at least give them... Yeah, let's just make them like level 10 even. All I want to do is just see if they even get knocked down. I don't know if this is working. Okay, butchers aggro on me. Right when they get close, I want to go next to you. Oh, it worked! See that? Knocked them all down. Still, that's what I would call highly situational. highly situational. But, hey, at least it worked, alright? Alright, so next one is Nyx. Oh, Nyx, this one sounded pretty cool. Enemies affected by Nyx's powers have a chance to lay down their weapons. Now, this almost sounds like revenge for radial disarm. I want to see how this works with chaos. Whoops. Nyx Prime. Appearance. I guess I don't have a purple one with her. Okay. But yeah, this one, let's see if I can get some heavy gunners to drop their weapons. But if this works even pretty well, this could be a very, very nice little passive here. Let's do like 4 corrupted heavy gunners. I'll just make them level 10. I just want to see if they drop their weapon here. I'm not going for like a big damage test or anything. Okay, chaos. Nobody dropped their weapon. Chaos. Wait, that one dropped her weapon, right? She's sitting there punching. Okay, I don't know. Let me try again here. I don't know if it's... Let me add more. I want to kind of try to estimate the percentage chance, because it looks like it only got 1 out of the 4. So if I do like... Let's do like 10. Nice round number here. If I put 10 in here... And chaos them. How many lost their weapon? Did any of them lose their weapon? Oh my god, the knockdowns. Do they only lose it when it wears off? Okay, so it didn't seem to affect very many of them. That was a bunch. Let's just do one more time. It must be kind of a low percentage chance, I guess. Okay, let me just try it with my... Oh, crap. I forgot to get energy again. Let's just try it with, like... I guess I don't even know if it would work with absorb. Okay, do any of them have their guns knocked out? One out of 8 or so. Pretty low. Oh, two of them got their. Okay, so 2 of them are trying to melee me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 out of 8. Pretty. You know, we're looking at like 1/4 ish. Like maybe 25% chance. I don't know if there's a way to buff that, but not the most impressive amount. Let's see if I just spam a bunch of psychic bolts here. Psychic bolts got rid of 1, 2, 3. Maybe psychic bolts is the way if you wanna. Okay, got rid of that one. Got rid of that one. Looks like Psychic Bolts is the way to go if you want to just try to disarm them. Just like spam a bunch of Psychic Bolts. Okay, so it's cool theme. I mean, I like the idea. It just seems like it's kind of a pretty low chance. So you need to use like Psychic Bolts, something that you could spam a lot of to actually have it have the desired effect. Doesn't look like Chaos was really doing it that much. Alright, so there is the Nyx Change, Oberon, all wildlife, neutral or enemy faction. Neutral or enemy faction within 10-meter range of Oberon will become allies and fight for Oberon for 20 seconds? That sounds... I mean, for neutral wildlife, sounds kind of... Unless you're on, like, one of the Mars maps with the skates running around, or, like, on an Earth map with the Kubros running around, it sounds kind of limited. But it says enemy faction, too. So here's... I, like, rarely ever play Oberon. In fact, I almost Oberon might be even less played than Limbo. But if I give Oberon a try here, and I put in... Do I have... I don't know if I have enough scans on any of the... shoot. What are the guys called? Here we go, a Drac Master, right? Let's put 2 of these guys out here. Let's simulate this up. Let's see if I can take over his little Drac Kubro thingy-majiggies. They're still killing me. No, 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 okay. Okay, let's check that. Check that out. Turn them on their masters, get them. He's like, no, don't kill me. Wait a minute, they're back on me now. Not quite sure... So now they turn away from me again. It's something... Not quite sure with how the... obviously, it's kind of a duration to it, because after they... And they did come back on me, but then they, as soon as they hit me like once, they again went away. And they're back on each other here. Okay, so this one's about to attack me. Let's see what he does. Okay, so he turned away. Seems to work. So this, I mean, there are a few, like, against Grenier this could be pretty good, right? Because they got these guys, the Drac Masters, and they got the, one of those hyena ones. Hayaka Masters? All right, something like that. I don't think I have enough scans of them. Yeah, I don't know. But I bet it would work with them too. So that's pretty cool. Let's check this out. What if I put a bunch of skates in here? If it will control them. Although I guess they're already on each other anyway. Okay. I don't know if that proved anything, but it was fun. That's an interesting passive. I mean, kind of fits with his theme, right? He's kind of like the nature frame. It might be a little bit too situational because it only works on a few enemy types. But the fact that you can use it against the Grineer, like the Drak Masters and the Hayaka people, that could be pretty good. I mean, those things are damn annoying when they're all swarming on you, and just having a passive ability that like takes control of them and drives them away. That's pretty cool. All right, just a couple more here. Let's see. Trinity. Revive fallen allies faster from further away? Further away? Or does that mean you can revive them from a distance? That could be cool. I wonder how far it is, though. Is it like 1 foot away, 1 yard away? Or is it more like 10 yards away you can raise them? That's pretty cool. That may be nice. You know, sometimes you're trying to run to an enemy, or sorry, to an ally that's been, you know, that's been dropped, and you have to, you're like, you know, you're almost getting there, they're almost bleeding out, the timer's about to run down, and you just barely miss it. If you could do it from like 10 yards away or something, that could be good. Help out in a few situations. And it kind of fits with Trinity, you know, she's the healer frame, so support frame. Pretty cool. Let's see. Vauban. Other Warframes within 20 meters give you a 25% bonus armor. I wonder if that stacks. So, like 3 frames, does that give you 75% bonus armor? That's really good. I mean, it's not very flashy. I don't know if that really fits with the theme of Vauban either. He's not really the armor frame, but hey, that's a solid passive. And last one here is Volt. Looks like that not every frame got a passive, but Volt is last up here. Physical ground travel distance between attacks causes bonus electrical damage on next attack. So it's kind of like you charge up as you're running, and then it gives you bonus to your next attack. Electrical damage. Cool. I like that too. Nice themed buff. I wonder if there's that buff only melee? Or is also buff like weapon damage? Like primary damage. That'd be cool. Alright, so that's it for the passives. And I guess that is pretty much it. Like I said, there are a lot of other little minor changes and a bunch of fixes. So you'll definitely want to go through the rest of the patch notes if you're interested in knowing all the very, very specific details. It's always good to go through there. Sometimes they may have fixed some little bug that you've been that's been driving you crazy. And there are a lot of fixes here, so who knows? It's worth reading through there just to see if it resolved some issue that was plaguing you. So, so there we go. That is patch 18.13. Nice reworks for Mag and Volt. And Volt in particular, I was very, very impressed with. And Mag, I like the changes. I just need to play with it a little bit more, and I'll need to switch up my build. But I will say, just from my testing, you'll want to balance out your duration. So you're going to want to have some duration here. And I wanted to take one more look at the skin in this lighting, because it looks... Wait, no, go back. It looks really cool. These... yeah, so this was the other major change here, or addition, was the all the new TennoGen skins. This one looks sweet. This is the Mag Atlas skin. That looks really nice. Really, really nice. Man, this is tempting me. $7 for the skin. It's not cheap, but it looks really good. Lots of glowy bits. I really like the pulsating helmet here. So good. The Nova skins too were also very, very good. I liked them all. The Frost ones were okay. I think the issue with Frost is that he just needs like a revamp. His model, his base model needs a revamp. It needs to have cloth physics and all that good stuff, just like Trinity did. But once it does, I think his skins will look fantastic too. So there it is, everyone. 18.13 for Warframe. I really hope you enjoyed this and found this informative. I know I spent a lot of time in testing there, but hopefully that will give you an idea of how all these changes actually behave in-game, in particular the two major revamps for Mag and Volt, both of which are very, very good. Very, very good. A very new playstyle for Mag, I think. Volt, Volt 2, I guess. You know, now you can play him differently with... his overload is going to be more of a CC ability, and his shield, being able to carry it around, I think is the coolest change ever. So yeah, just you guys got to check this out. If you're a Mag or Volt fan, you got to get in here and check out this patch. It looks really good. The new skins are excellent. The TennoGen, I would say, experiment that DE has gone through here has been an outstanding success. All of these TennoGen skins have been absolutely professional, top notch. They fit right in with the game, and they look great. Pretty cool little experiment there. A good way to get the community, you know, all the talented artists out there to actually contribute. So I'd say it's a resounding success. And overall, the patch looks really good. Like I said, not a whole lot of like content as far as missions go, but all these changes, a lot of balance changes, and yes, a few nerfs here and there. But I think from these nerfs, you can kind of tell that DE is really, they're trying to move away from like the one-shot, massive AoE nuking type abilities, like, you know, Exalted Blade. Although it's not really an AoE nuke, but that thing could just shred, you know, any of these powerful abilities. They are looking to tone things down to try to keep things in balance. It's a little bit of a bummer if those are some of your favorite frames, though. I know how it feels to have your favorite frame nerfed, so. But definitely worth coming in and taking a look at the Mag and Volt, so I think they are going to be very, very good frames now. I mean, they always were pretty decent, but this really kicks them up a notch, I think. I really, really like the changes. All right, so that is all. That is 18.13, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it informative. And thank you very much for watching. That's all. Bye for now.